Hi everybody, this video is to show you guys options with avatars in CLO 3D, which is so fun and so cool, and I freaking love it. As someone who's been sewing and pattern drafting and measuring people, being able to design on an avatar and control the body size has been so freeing. So it's great with the measurements, but it's also a lot of fun visually as well. So let's get started. First of all, you'll want to open up an avatar. You'll use the library tab if it's not already open, and you can double click on avatar. Your folder should come up. Again, you can view it either as a list or as little images. It's up to you. You always want to use the newest version, so I'm going to use version 2, and it comes with some. If you don't have any or missing some, again, if you hit this little blue thing, that just means you just have some that aren't downloaded. Like my Mac saves files a lot and puts it on the cloud. So anyways, I'm just going to pick the top one and just open it up. Okay. While she's opening, you'll notice there's lots of folders here. There's earrings, glasses, hair, motions, that's later for animation. Pose is very important, different ways for the model to stand, shoes, size, texture. These are all great options that you'll be able to use to change your avatar. Okay, here we go. So let's see here. So I think the next thing I wanted to start with is sizes. So I'm going to double click on the size option, and this is really cool. These are the ASTM measurements. We actually paid a lot of money for my classroom to have access to these measurements, like a book of them. So it's cool because they all come with clothes. You have all this information. It's really neat. So you can pick, a standard US measurement. They also have European ones as well. And I'm going to choose Missy Curvy. I'm going to double click it, and it has lots of different sizes. Maybe I'll try Missy Curvy size 20, and I'll just double click it, and it should apply. Some people might click and drag and drop it on the avatar. That's another option as well. Okay, there you go. And now this is the ASTM standard US measurement for Missy Curvy size 20. Now I'm going to show you something super, super cool. Students always ask me, like, what's the standard measurements for like size 8, size 10? And I can send them to the ASTM standardization, but when I worked in industry, we used a fit model, and sometimes we would change out our fit model. And, so to me, there isn't really like a fashion police holding you accountable to a certain measurement. A company can use whatever size they want for size small, medium, large, or all of that. It gets kind of confusing. So sometimes you don't want to use this standard. You want to use your own measurements. Maybe you have clients and you want to get the measurements of your particular clients that you're making custom work for. So CLO has a relatively new feature that just blew my mind. I freaking love it to get a particular size. I actually tested this out in one of my sewing classes. Students had to sew up pattern pants for project 2, and I had them do this so I can get their avatar, and I got the pants with avatar, and then they sewed it up, and it was pretty right on. It was pretty amazing. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to go up to the top where it says avatar. You're going to say avatar editor. Okay, wait for it to open. And in this editor, it actually gives you the ability to change all the measurements. If you're like, I want to change the bust to be 1 inch different, you can do that. You can see here. These are all the details of all the different measurements. You can actually just go in and manually change, this from 16 to 17 if you want. But what I want to show you is the super cool feature that it can really copy your client. So what you do is you're going to say for width, you're actually going to use this drop-down menu. You're going to get out of under bust circumference, and you're going to choose weight. Now, for this to work, you need to know exactly how much your model weighs. This was kind of a problem in the classroom because people just kind of guessed. You really need them to get on a scale and get it exact. You have the option to change to pound, so I'm going to do that. So figure out exactly how much your model weighs. I'll type in 160, for example, and also figure out how tall they are. Okay, type that in as well. And then you have some body sizes to choose from as well. Okay, so I'll do round. And then here you'll notice all these details change. The bust number changed, the waist, the low hip. So now go ahead, and also if you're not sure where is low hip, look how it highlighted in yellow on the body, and you can always rotate around like, oh, that's the butt where it's the biggest, you know. What's this one here? I guess you have to, there you go, this yellow one here. It didn't highlight in here, maybe it did and I just didn't see it. Here's waist is kind of up high. I'm gonna click this yellow and see if it's highlighted somewhere and I'm just not seeing it. Anyways, if you're not sure what some of these are, I guess it doesn't let you change all of it, but it does let you change bust, waist, hip. There weren't as many details as it originally had, but you can actually go in and say, gosh, this was close, but actually the bust, you know, is a little bit bigger or whatever. And you can actually type it in and change it and really just make a very customized avatar. Just so cool. So I'm just gonna X out of this window. I'm done. I love it. It's great. And then if you're happy with it, you can go File, Save As, Avatar. You can give it a name and save it, and just remember this is my client so-and-so, okay? And it'll save over here. So that's kind of a neat thing to do. So then next time when you go to your library, you can double click Avatar, female version 2, then your new one should be down here that you saved. So this is so great for measurements. You can really customize your measurements, either just using the ASTM sizes or your own custom measurements. Awesome. Okay, another thing I want to bring your attention to with the avatar is that when I click it, we have all these options in the property editor. You can change the name. Right now the size is custom. You can do skin profile. You play around with these eye controls. Let's see, a fun one that I was kind of playing around with was material. Sometimes I think it's kind of fun to have like metal or plastic. I probably want to actually select the whole avatar. You can see I kind of gave her a plastic body. That could be kind of fun. You can do color if you want to change the color. Say apply and close. So, and again, if you want to see what it looks like rendered, rendering's a whole thing, but there is kind of a little preview window. You can do quality render, and it's like a little bit different. It kind of takes up a little bit more memory of your computer. So it might slow it down a little bit like it's doing mine. So I'll probably just turn it off, but that's kind of a fun thing to do if you have a really powerful computer as well. So, okay, I'm gonna actually turn off my 3D render so I can get my old little computer going a little faster. Okay. Okay, to change the avatar's face, you would use the Style Configurator tool. And once you select the avatar, you can go to the property editor and there's a little magic wand under body styling. Now, CLO just came out with a beta AI tool. So I did go up to avatar and I did click the auto convert to face beta. So when I click the style configurator, it actually takes me to this tool. So I'll show you this tool first and then we can go back to the old one as well. So this is interesting. It isn't a beta stage, so who knows what's gonna happen, but there's two tabs. So it actually starts with prompt and then it has image. I played around with this one, and what I did is I uploaded a photo of my face. You need all hair away, no glasses. You need your mouth closed. They don't want teeth. They want just natural lighting as well. So I did that, and then you just choose the gender. So in my case, I did female. You upload the image. Mine's already uploaded, and then you convert this. Okay, so I clicked it. It takes 1 to 2 minutes, and I can show you actually what that looks like because I did save it in the library. So let's go pull that up under history. Sorry, under history. I'm going to double click it, say okay. Okay, so this is the regular avatar face. Take note of right now, and it's going to change it to my photograph, supposedly. So, okay, and then I can pull up that one to compare to the, oh, in a minute, I can pull it up. There it is, that's my face. I did ask my husband, he didn't think it looked like me, but I don't know, I kind of do. Okay, I'm gonna say proceed. Did it go away when I did that? Oh, it did. It went away. Darn. I wanted to show you the photo compared, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to say close. Maybe I should actually go back to the OG avatar. Anyways, play around with that. If you'd like to use your face, maybe you can find a celebrity's face. I don't know. You could probably get really creative with that tool. It seems like a lot of fun. The other tab, though, is uses AI word descriptions. So let's go ahead and try that one. So I'm going to go back to prompt, and with parentheses gives like amount of importance. So maybe I want to say, I'm going to do triple parentheses. I think that means very important. Big nose. Okay, and then another parentheses. What if I said red eyes? And then another parentheses. What if I said, I'll do 2 parentheses for that one. Big eyes. Okay. You choose the gender, you choose the age. I'm going to do 40. And you choose ethnicity. I'll do Caucasian since I'm Caucasian. And I will say generate. Oh, okay. It's generating the face. And now it's not using this photo that's over here, so don't be distracted by that. This prompt tab is different from the image tab. It's just making a face based off my text prompt. Okay, there we go. There's some big eyes, big nose. I don't know about red eyes. I'm not sure about that, but there you have it. So big nose was the biggest parentheses. Oh yeah, red eyes was the smallest. Maybe that's why they didn't dive too deep. Okay, so this is kind of new, and I have a little bit of trouble with this window. It kind of gets cut off. I think if I can click it, oh, it's letting me click. Great. So now it's converting it. It says it's going to take 1 to 2 minutes, but supposedly it's going to make my avatar look like that, you know, AI generated face. Okay, so 1 to 2 minutes has passed, and you can see the avatar's face has changed to the AI face. This is in the beta stage, and I really am having issues with the window. I cannot move the window at this point. It's up too high. I've expanded the screen, whatever. So that's kind of funky. But anyways, I don't need it anymore. So I can say close, and I am left with this amazing, crazy looking auto-generated face. Okay, artificially intelligence generated AI. I love it. It's so creative and crazy and fun. So that's kind of neat. So I've been playing around with, I said, the beta version, but if you do Style Configurator, you might not have that option if you didn't opt for it. So yeah, I have the auto convert. Let's see if I do. I don't know if I can go back to the old one. I'm not sure, but it is in the older video, and it's pretty straightforward anyways. You can just change like the lipstick color, the eye color, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so play around with it. I'm excited to see your guys' avatars, and reach out if you guys have questions. Okay, I'm gonna play with the new beta AI face generator again with the text prompts, and this time I typed in Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Last time I used descriptive words about a face. This time I'm throwing in 2 celebrities, and let's see if it will react to that as well. This age, I guess I'm gonna make 20 years old. I'll do Caucasian, and now I'll say generate, and it will take a couple of minutes. So let's kind of excited to see how this turns out and if it works. Okay, that actually took way less time. That was a lot quicker than the last one. The last one I did 3 different texts, and I played with the amount of parentheses around it. So this is how it turned out. Okay, why not? So then I'll just hit the bottom button where it says convert. I know it gets cut off, and I think it's just the window size is a little funky. So, you know, it's beta. What are you gonna do? They'll probably fix that eventually. Okay, and now it's gonna take 1 to 2 minutes to convert. Okay, so here's our experiment of using 2 celebrity names. One thing I thought was interesting is that in the little mock-up, the eyes are kind of like bluish green, but on the avatar, they're brown. So maybe that's a setting I would have to change elsewhere, but it's kind of funny because she's like looking to the side a little. Okay, it's interesting. It's a fun experiment. I think I'm gonna try it again with just 1 celebrity name this time. Okay, I just typed in Taylor Swift. I didn't really like what was generated. So you do actually have the option to click generate yet again and see if you like the next one better. I do like this one better. I am curious, what if I did more parentheses? Would that be like more emphasis on the celebrity word? Let's just see if that makes a difference. We're experimenting. This is in beta mode. Let's see what happens. Okay, I guess it looks more like her. I don't even really know, to be honest with you. Anyways, I'm gonna go with it. So I'll just click this bottom button, and it's gonna take a couple minutes to then convert to this avatar, and let's see how it turns out. Okay, and here is the result of the Taylor Swift generated face. Again, the avatar does have brown eyes again, so I must need to go change that somewhere else. Looks like she's got the eyebrow, maybe the nose shape and lips. I don't know. It's interesting. It's really creative, fun thing to play around with. So it's fun experimenting, and this is the result of using a celebrity's name. Okay, so let's see if we can change her eyes to be blue. It looks like they're default brown. So when I click on the avatar, the property editor changes, and it looks like you can control the shape of the eye if you want it to be more horizontal or vertical. There's some toggles there. Here we go. It looks like under the eye there is actually an image, a JPEG of a brown eye. So maybe I'd have to go get a blue eye. Let's click it and see what happens. I'll click these little boxes next to it. Or maybe I should click this tool. Looks like I can open this image in Adobe or another software. So they're going to open up the JPEG that's already there, and I can change the color of it in a different application. So I guess that's how I would have to change the eye color in this particular situation. Okay, the file opened up in Adobe Photoshop. So now I can get to work and change the brown. So it looks like you do need to know how to use Photoshop a little bit in order to do that. Okay, I'm going to save the file with blue at the end. It's going to save in the same folder. I'm not moving it. I'll hit save. Now I'll go back to CLO, and I will click the little boxes next to the icon of the eye in the property editor, and I'll choose my new JPEG instead of that brown one. So let's see if I can find it. There it is, top one, open. Hey, so I kind of like how it's on one right now. I guess I would click the other one. So that's how you would change the eye color there. And I guess I would do the same to the other. Why not? Maybe it's kind of cool to have them different. I don't know. There you go. Okay. So, and then that is my AI avatar.